so like the BoFat actually introduced me into the whole idea of these vinyl labels.
Ah,
HHV was the first one out of Germany, and they're the ones that pressed up our Collab Kong and Dembo Wu records. Like they pressed those up, and I never even thought about it. Like it was nothing that even crossed my mind. He brought it to my attention. He was like, "Oh well, there's this vinyl label. I think I'm gonna get our albums pressed on vinyl." I was like, "Oh word. What's the deal with that? How does that shit work out?" Because I had no idea what they were gonna do. And
mhm.
basically the thing behind it is they press vinyl. They give us some. I bought some extra records off them at wholesale price, so I would have them for touring. They sold them to me for mad cheap, so I could take them touring with me, and then they gave us, some free records, and then we would split the digital or whatever. And that's cool at that time. I'm like, whatever, like I'm just trying to get more music out there, so it made sense. And then Black Buffalo, once HHV wasn't trying to pick up no more records, I don't know if it had something to do with the pandemic, them not making money like they
Exactly.
were or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly.
once they weren't trying to pick up more records that we had together, um, we found Black Buffalo somehow.
Hmm.
Actually, I think it was a cassette label that introduced us. It was a cassette label called Icy Palms who does cassettes. They
Hmm. Yeah.
introduced us to Black Buffalo Records, and then when we presented Collabzilla to Black Buffalo, which was released this last year under Black
Hmm.
Buffalo. Once they introduced us to them, we pitched a few records to them, and they were fucking with them, and they basically gave us the same type of contractual ideas behind it, and it just made sense. I have so much music that it doesn't make sense to just hold it and put it out all myself,
Important.
because I have
Not
so
good.
much shit. Like if there's gonna be a label that wants to help out, that fucks with the music, that's down to press up physical, merch like vinyl or CDs, cassettes. If there's a label that's willing to help do that, to where I still get to obviously keep my masters, get copies of the merch to take to shows. If there's a label willing to do that, there's no way I'm saying no to that. Like it's just
Yeah, but
because
that's smart. That's the business model because you can do the other math. You can go try and stream. You
yeah,
better stream.
I mean,
You better start. You know, we already know that. I'm just come on. You know, we just having
yeah,
fun out here, but like that's impossible math. That's just impossible math. So you can do the impossible math. What we call the smoke and mirrors,
yep,
or you can go and get a real deal, or do real business and create a real win-win, not a
mm-hmm,
major loss. You know what I mean? And then somebody else super winning. You know what I mean? Like that's the thing. We put too much energy behind this. You know what I mean? This whole thing to just to do it like that. So yeah, I mean, big up Black Buffalo, big up any label that's willing to do smart business for artists who just want to have some integrity with their music too. And
yeah,
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 just create a model, and it's a model where both sides can win. That's what I said. It's
mm-hmm.
a win-win. So we can come back again and dance, come back again and dance,
I mean,
and then we
I
can
mean,
have a
plus,
steady stream of stuff coming up.
yeah, I mean,
Ooh.
plus, I'm so used to, I mean, obviously, the pandemic slowed things down, but I'm so used to touring and doing shows. If somebody's gonna be able to break me off some copies of the actual physical merch that I can sell at shows, I mean, I'm all in with that, because I've gone years and years and years and years with pressing my own merch, and to take that cost away to help me as an artist, that's all love right there. So
Mm-hmm. So what's director? Awesome. Just saying, cuz
Well,
soaking it down in.
I want to know the stories. So you got to work with some collaborations with some pretty big artists, from Snoop Dogg to Busta Rhymes, Lil Kim, Digga.
yeah.
How did that all come about? What was it like working with them?
Um. So I mean, a lot of it was. I mean, there have been some artists that I've had in my studio, which was super cool. To work with them directly and write the songs. Um. Not the super bigs though. I mean, the super bigs, you know, it was a lot of file back and forth transfer shit, like that. But you know, it was still cool to make it happen. There was definitely some work with some middlemen people, and there was early on. I had financial backing to make some of those things happen, like the bigger ones. But that dude at this point, we hate each other, so it's kind of at a thing right now with that dude that yeah, it's cool that you helped out in some things early on, but there's a whole other backstory about that. Like I don't even like to talk about this dude because I don't even like to give him any shine because he's a like I've told the story and I don't even like to talk about dude. You know what I'm saying? So
We all have, it's the path of music. We all know, man. The 5 heartbeats. We're
Yeah,
gonna say
yeah.
the 5 heartbeats. Is he one? Is he the dude with the curly hair? He the crazy man. What's his
Oh
name? You know
shit,
what I'm
he has yo, he's got curly hair, son. It's crazy. He's
See?
got curly hair.
Come on, you see the 5 heartbeats? You know what I'm talking about? You hear the Vanilla Ice story? You hear the Vanilla Ice story, Tom?
Have I heard that story? No.
No?
No.
You know
I
what the
don't-
Tower Records building? I'm gonna give you some music history. The Tower Records building. That was the first thing I see when I went to LA. The first like, yo, man, oh, that's what he did.
Where they hung him? Where they hung him out the
You
window?
don't
Right?
hear that they do the artist, man, for publishing music, man. They want you publishing new hot artists and stuff, man. They can make you sign it. You don't want to sign. They grab you by your ankles, man. They put you right at the highest building outside by your socks, hang you outside, man. Okay, girl, again. I'm gonna say, watch the 5 Heartbeats, one of the illest movies ever for music. It will show you, and anybody watching this who's never seen the 5 Heartbeats and wants, that's all you need, because it shows you the type of people that you're gonna meet in this game, and it doesn't matter. It's the R&B. It's from that era. It doesn't matter. It's the business of music, and then you got the whole vanilla.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, some of my favorite collaborations that I've ever done are not even the big collaborations. Some of those collaborations that happen, it was just cool to be able to do it, but it's nobody like I would never seek out to do a Lil Kim joint ever in my life. Like I don't care about doing a song with Lil Kim. You know what I'm saying? Like that's not something that was ever on my to-do list. Like I wasn't like, oh shit, one day I need to make sure I do a joint with Lil Kim. No, it's never a thing.
Exactly.
My thing is I wanted to do songs. Like I love collaborating with people. I love blending styles. I love doing different things with different artists because it's just cool to me. And there's a lot of people that hate on, oh, they're like, oh, you're clout chasing, all this, blah, 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 whatever. The thing is, I don't need to do no collabs, man. I've never needed to do them. I feel like I can hold my own on any track myself. But the thing is, I enjoy doing collaborations. So
It's
all the
more
people,
fun.
all the
It's
people
fun.
popping,
Yeah.
all the people popping shit. Fuck y'all. I don't care. The thing is I enjoy doing them. Let me do what I enjoy doing. Y'all can go do whatever y'all not doing. It is what it
You
is.
know what the thing about a collab is? Though collab really shows you how good of an MC you are. That's why I like doing. Like, not that you're even better, because I could sit with different styles. Because you come out of your comfort zone. When you did that project, that's the only project I sound like that I have. You understand what I'm saying? I'm so proud of it. No one's heard it. It's okay. You're gonna hear it. But I'm saying it's because, and if I never work it, how am I gonna get it to sound like that? There's a bit of you. You sound a little different on my project than you do on something else. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah,
because you blend the worlds together,
Mhm.
and when it blends, and then when the producer, it's just that magic. And yeah, that's why we do music. It's communal. You want to do that, right? But especially hip hop is supposed to be like that. But people got so far away from it. But that's the most joy in it. And not everybody can do that because not everybody's gonna think you're good enough to be on those collabs like that.
Yeah.
They gonna call for you unless you're nice.
And even at the end of the day, seeing yourself on a track with somebody, whether it's a biggie or not, like a bigger hip hop artist or a smaller one, it's just pretty cool to see your name on the track with somebody else, right? I mean, I know when I first started this show, actually the sister podcast, Pod Jerky, the first live episode that I had was with Thrust. And my wife was upstairs and she was watching it and she had a smile. She said, like, from ear to ear, and said, like, I can't believe that you've gotten this far, that you're interviewing one of Canada's hip hop legends, and you've got Thrust on the show. So that was just like a cool thing to see that you're attached to, and it probably goes the same way with music. You see yourself on a track with somebody that you wouldn't regularly work with, and it's just cool to really see that happen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think he's saying it is cool at every level, but it's actually cooler when you have a real symmetry. Like you said, the Lil Kim thing is still cool, but when it's actually like we get off this thing here, me and Denku can go talk for 3 hours about something that has nothing to do about the song. Like that's the cool stuff. Denku and Tough Dumpler can go over here. Rusty, you know what I mean? Rusty Jukes and so could go over here, and now we can talk about this. It's like you could have the bill. Sometimes you have that, right? In this record, a lot of times we're sending vocals, especially right now with COVID, we're sending stuff, right? Sending. So we're not even in the same room. So it's like there's 3 levels of it now. There's the cold one where you just never see, you don't even talk to them at all, you just get it back. There's the one where it's in between, or kind of no dude, right? And then there's the ones like how me, you, and Tough Dumpling had. We did like Soon You Be Gone, where we've been kicking it a little bit back and forth. We've done a couple of songs. We kind of know each other, right? We know what everybody's going to bring to the table. Plus, there's going to be some surprises. So that's it makes it so enjoyable, man. It really is. And that's, I think, why I'm like you too. I love doing that. But at the same time, you have to show them, hey, because people are looking for an excuse, man. They're looking for a reason to chop you down. So they're going to look for a reason. So now that's one of the reasons. Oh, he's nice. Yeah, he's nice, but he only does collab tracks or whatever. So now you're going to do a whole bunch of solo tracks just to shut you up. And then what you're going to say after that now? They're gonna find something else though.
But I built off it. You know what I'm saying? Like people, as much as people want to talk shit about it, I mean, I built off it. You know, I did collab Kong. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I have shirts. I got hoodies. I got designs built off the shit. So you can talk shit about it, but people are fucking with the designs. People are fucking with the branding. Shouts to my dude Connors the Executioner out of Minneapolis. That's who actually gave me the Collab King idea, and then I flipped it to Collab Kong. And shouts to AWOL1. He's the one that actually did the artwork for Collab Kong and Collab Zilla actually. So to play off that, I just think it's cool. Like any of the people that want to talk shit about, or have an excuse about me doing collaborations, I made it into what it is. So I know that I do collabs. So I came up with titles based off me doing collaborations.
So Thrust just actually mentioned it and said that you guys have done a collaboration with you, Tough Dumpling, the both of you with Tough Dumpling, and that was produced by, of course, BoFat, who's working on a lot of projects with you guys. How did that collaboration come to be to get that song going? And it's called Soon You'll Be Gone.
You want actually
it was
that, remember? Well, I got asked to be on that song. BoFat must have been talking to you. You probably
it was BoFat's idea. It was BoFat's.
Because
it was his idea.
Because he originally wanted to make kind of like a super group thing, right? That's kind of what it started out as. And then I think he gave and I told him I was down. I said, whatever you need, just let me know I'm down. Just
This is what happened. We did after we finished our project. Me and Denk, before we get back to this, we have an album coming out for listeners, watchers, viewers called Nicer Than You. We did it in September. So when we finished that, from that we rolled. And that's how I got to working with BoFat. We just ended up the beats were going back and forth. There's extras, right? And then I started doing a solo thing with just rolling to hey, let's do an EP, and everything started as an EP, turned out to be an album. Which is the funniest thing about this every time, right? So we were like, oh yeah, we'll just do a 5-song EP. We'll smash that out. We record at home. Everybody got home recorded. No problem. Boom, 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 boom. And then before we knew it, we had my album was done in 4 weeks. The same timeline that we did Nicer Than You, our album. My solo got done without planning to do a solo. And then at the end of that, I had a couple of songs with collab. That's when we had Straight Through the Roof. Straight Through the Roof is actually supposed to be on my solo record that's coming out later this year. That was the last song that we did, and we did another, and then we had another song too. But when after Bofat's like the Quincy Jones of our music stuff. I don't know. That's how I work. I leave a lot of stuff creatively in the music producer's hand, and I steer the image of the marketing. That's how I kind of live. The music person, they have that background. That's their expertise. So he's like, "Yo, Chris," that's my real name, so y'all know Chris. He's like, I listened to the record, it's dope, but I think we have so many records. We only need like 12. And we have a lot of collab cuts. He goes, why don't we, I know a lot of MCs, I know me, you and Denku got a record. We had Tough Dumpling working in the mix, right? He goes, why don't we just do another project off of this? We got momentum. And we'll take the straight through the roof off of your record and have that as one of the records. I had 2 other records, right? And then we'll do another song, and that's how soon we're gonna be done. I'll make a beat because I got a good vibe. Because I'll make a beat, and I'm gonna call Denku, you call Talk Dumpling, and then we'll do this, and then that's how soon we'll be gone. And and that's how Distracted got on it. Because Distracted, and then the stuff off on the album was we were talking to him about doing cuts for both our record, The Nicer Than You.
Yeah.
Remember that time?
Yep.
And for my record, he was doing cuts. So that's how the scratches, it just all syncopated. Yeah, it's just like one of those Star Trek moments, man. 3 roles come together. And then, you know how we record, we all 3 was to the same work ethic. Tough Dumpling, Denku, Thrust, OG, same work, which basically means you send us a dope beat. Anybody, just so you know, you send us a dope beat, you're getting that thing back in it's done and back in your hands in less than like 12 hours guaranteed. And that's how that song was fast done. But when we got it back, there was no cuts on it.
Yeah. Yep.
Did you hear that version without the cuts? Do you have it?
I probably do have it.
Dude, you should listen to it. The song sounds so different. I don't think Direct Awesome had it.
No, I didn't have it.
I sent it to you polished. I'm gonna send it to you. And that was I gotta give Distracted his flowers, as they say. But people run away from the DJs, man, because he murdered that. That's one of the best of all time to me. Cuts on a record, dude. And you know how good he did that? Like, if you know those records, man, that's Premiere-esque, that's top of the game-esque scratch drop cuts in there. Every single one. He changed each one of them.
Oh yeah, he killed it.
Remember he sent us the message over I know he sent it to all of us over Instagram. Oh my gosh, I did the cuts. I think I screenshotted the thread. We were all going crazy. You should see Direct Awesome. It was like 11 o'clock at night on a Sunday. All of a sudden, you get a message and it's just those cuts. He goes, "Oh, I did it."
I mean, so the cool thing
That's
for
why
me,
we do this thing.
the cool thing for me is basically that, because like I do a lot of the marketing, the reels and all that stuff, I get to hear all this music before it even comes out. I get to hear it before the general public gets to hear it or has their hands on it or whatever it is. I get to hear it. I get it first. I was like, this is awesome. This is cool. When did I think that this was going to happen? I'm not in the music game. I'm not in the music business, but slowly I'm starting to do a few things here with Thrust and get some stuff going. But it's cool that I get to be a part of that.
What was it like for you? Yo, Director Austin, what's it like for you? This guy sits at home sometimes, and I just fire him like my joints. Man. He's just.
But you see, when you do that, you send out music. I'm already spinning in my head. Okay, we can do a music video for this. Here's how I would play it out, and then sometimes I run it by you. And I remember there was a song that we had talked about in the summertime. We were over at the studio and we were shooting the Fly music video, and we started talking about another single. And I was like, man, I got this vision. As soon as you played it, I said, I've got this vision of doing this at nighttime and then having somebody laying in the road with a rose and kind of an angel kind of thing. And you were like, my God, like I'm right on that same wavelength. So like,
I had the Zach corner with what you thought in your mind. Like we can go there right now tonight and shoot it. I know where it is.
Yeah. So I mean, that's where my head goes right away. As soon as you send me that, I'm like, what can I do with this? How can we market it? How can we do this? That's I don't know. That's just what goes through my head.
Yeah, thank you. I don't know if you know, because this is the first time you probably hear me. Yeah, send stuff to Tom or director. This is the dude, man. Like, This is our guy. All those reels, all the imaging, the looks we've seen over the past couple months.
Yeah.
This is the Cuzzo, man. It's him.
Yeah.
Like
oh, so is
put
this?
the creative
So is this?
together. The
this-
creative. This is my guy. This is the guy. That's all our reels. Every time you get every morning you get all. It's director art. So you guys, the first time you guys were meeting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I couldn't do anything without this Cuzzo. We met through an interview.
Yeah.
We did an interview for Project, and we've been working together. He asked me on an interview. How long was it? Like a year, 2 years, maybe almost 2 years now.
About a year, year and a half.
Yeah. So we never look back. Like one real good interview like this, and I remember I said, dude, I don't know whatever it is about you. I said, we got to work together. I go, well, let me know whatever kind of way. I don't know if you remember this, and we've just been riding since. But it turned out he went to high school, with my best friend and a bunch of other infamous MCs from Toronto too. So it just makes sense in a lot of ways. But yeah, this is the creative, man. That's why he's direct. All that craziness, man. The year in review, all that. Yeah, the creative, man. So we are the brainstorm. That's why I think with you too, you have that same kind of mind too. So, but yeah, man. So we can that's nothing we can do. That's the collab. Just get working. Just use the brain power and just build our community and get stronger.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why I like to do music. I like to be communal. Like I work with you notice I work with a group of people, artists and producers, and that's it. I ain't really trying to jump outside of that. You know what I mean? Unless it's like doing a reverse, this and that. But even if it comes to doing that, it's now we can pick and choose because we're not doing it for the reasons other people are doing it. So
yeah,
legacy, man, legacy.
Yeah. So okay, so let's get a little bit into your podcast because you host your own podcast that you call Pick Apart the Passion, and that airs usually on YouTube. I know there was some audio ones that you have, but most of your shows go straight to YouTube, I would guess, if you're doing them live. Talk to us a little bit about that show.
I mean, so it actually wasn't it wasn't my direct idea. I used to do it with my dude Rambunctious. And then basically, he just he dealt with some life things and then he kind of stepped away and then I just kind of carried the torch and kept it going. But I always shout my homie out for, coming up with the idea, the concept behind it, and I just kind of keep it going forward. And the thing about it that makes it easy for me to do is I know so many people. So like all the guests, I'm getting all the guests, you know what I'm saying? Like, some of them I was surprised I got, the Tommy Chong was, I don't even know how I even made that happen, but it happened. But yeah, basically, we just, we talk some history with people. It's very free form. I went to the direct live approach because, to be honest, I just got sick of editing, man.
I hear that. I hear that.
Hey, man.
I was just like, I would go in through the editing software and I would put like the little things and put the logos and put this and put that. And then I was just like, you know what? How many of the people that are watching this podcast, how many of those people really care about that? Do they really just want to see, me interview some cool ass motherfuckers? And that's basically what I've been doing. And I just been putting it out there like that, man. And this is, I think I'm actually doing an episode shortly after doing this. And I actually got MMA homie Chris Lytle on tonight.
Oh, nice.
So,
hey, he's an MMA. You talking direct to Tom?
Nice.
You want to talk MMA?
So
you gotta go.
If he's willing, you can pass him my way too, because I've actually had Ken Shamrock on the show.
Okay.
Yeah, so he was really, really cool. And you'd be surprised who you reach out to on Instagram, who you can get on the show. I've had a couple of actors from television come on, and then I've had Ken Shamrock come on. I'm a big MMA fan, so I mean, if he's willing,
yeah, it's gonna be super cool. I'm looking forward to it. I mean, I've had some bare knuckle people on. I had Britton Hart. That's the one that beat Paige Van Zandt on her debut fight.
Yeah.
I had Sergio Pettis on before he won the Bellator belt.
Oh, nice.
The thing about the Pettis is the reason that was easy is I went to school with the oldest Pettis brother. A lot of people don't know that. I went to high school with them. The Pettises actually went to my high school.
Okay.
So, and at one point in time, I was aspiring to be an MMA fighter until I found out how much work goes into it. I'm like, I can't do music and be an MMA fighter. There ain't no way.
Yeah.
I remember having the phone conversation with Anthony Pettis on the phone, and we were talking about all the work that would go into it. And he was like, yeah, you should come through, we'll start you off and do all this. And then he was talking about all the routines and how many days. And I'm just like, man, I want to do it because it seems so, it would be so dope to do. And I've always liked the MMA fighting and all that stuff like that. But with how much work would go into it, and I'm a competitor. I was a super sport athlete, high school, college, track, football, dude. So, so coming off that, I was always a competitor. So doing some MMA shit, I think I would love to do it. As far as the competition goes, but with how much goes into it, doing that with how much I put into music and life and having daughters, like it ain't a thing.
No. Yeah.
Like my basement's an MMA shrine. I've met a lot of fighters. I've met John Jones. I've met Anderson Silva. I've met Roger Huerta, Dan Hardy. So there's a whole bunch of guys, Vanderlei Silva, whole bunch of guys that I've met. I've got the UFC belt from the Fan Expo. So I've got that put up with all the action figures behind it. So I'm a big fan of MMA. I love it. So
that's dope.
Yeah,
I said, dude, that's why right away when you said it, I went like this. I pointed the wrong way first. I went over. I went to his house. Yo, first time I met, man, we watched the Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
Last time we gathered, I came over. They're like, yeah, come and go watch in the basement. And I went down to his basement, to the den, man.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to send him a snapshot after, so you can see, dude.
That's
it's
dope.
Impressive, man.
That's dope.
You know, somebody has a collection. Like my other boy, he has like the crazy Transformer collection. He has every Transformer. And my boy Dolo, DJ Dolo. Everyone, dude. In the glass case.
Yeah.
That's time for MMA.
Well, I collect the round 5.
Pull out the hot cards or the collection of the cards. Well, he's the man with it. His
you know what it is? The round 5 MMA figures they came out here in Canada, and there were like a limited edition here. Like there weren't too many of them until I went over to the US. And when I went over to the US and I was shopping, I think I was in Florida, and I went into this like toy store, and they had like everybody there. I was like, this is crazy. They had Rory McDonald there, and they had Ronda Rousey, and they had Dana White, and I was like, this is insane. So I grabbed a whole bunch of them because I was like, I'm never gonna find these.
You go through customs, dude.
I was never gonna find those in Canada.
How did you get to customs? What did customs say? They was laughing.
Nothing. No, nothing. They don't say nothing.
You didn't declare it?
So because I was there for a week. So by the time you get back and you declare, they say, how much did you spend while you were there? You say this amount, and they say, okay.
You don't know. You didn't travel like that. You just got through that time.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something about that rule, Tom. That rule is it's a figment of a rule, man. They can be like, yeah, well, what's in the bag? I see it, but yo, that's funny. Those guys like that though, because a lot of those times they see it in the screen, they still see your bag.
Of course they do.
And they laugh, dude. They're like, this guy had like everything, Ric Flair in his bag, everything. That's crazy.
That's why I let my wife drive through customs, and they trust her more.
You know what I'm saying? Because I actually see it already. He has now. You didn't tell me that part of the story. Your poor wife, man. She's like, this guy. She said, Tom, you ready to get through the airport? Tom just want to get back to Canada.
That's it. Yeah,
it's basically impressive, man.
Yeah,
but that's what it's about, man.
Yeah,
we get into the video games later, man. I got that too, man. I was looking through. I got the arcade, man. Right now, you're sitting on top of a 360. We went into that the other day. You a gamer, Denku? You got some system, some retro?
No, I mean, I've had every system except actually I wasn't a Genesis person. I had the old school Atari, I had the Nintendo, I had the Super NES, had the N64, had the first PlayStation, second PlayStation, third PlayStation, Xbox first, Xbox 360, and now I got the Xbox One. Obviously, I can't get my hand on the new one
But did you
because
get rid of the predecessors?
I
You
did.
got rid of
I
those?
did.
But,
I don't
okay, well, I'm
have.
gonna tell you something that gets people mad. I never got rid of one system. Ever.
That's what's
I
up.
don't even know what that is. And
And I
I
should
always had
and I shouldn't
somebody,
have.
and my brother was connected to like the downtown, the connections. So up at the time when they stopped the Brutals, yeah, it's insane. Like, you got to come up here. I got the Dreamcast with like 300 games burnt. I got all that. Me and Tom had that talk when they pull out.
Yeah,
It's in this room,
I still got the Dreamcast. I still got the N64.
I got two
N64 had the best
N64s.
game, the
I
best
got
game
two
ever.
N64s with controls.
GoldenEye
Four
007 on the
controls.
Oh yeah.
N64.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can go back too. I got a Commodore 64 that still works, dude. The Commodore 64 computer with the thing.
Yeah.
I was looking at. I gotta put this all like together, man. We got a whole show like that. We get an episode like that. Artists and their collections, because artists have, because we music people, artist people always have crazy collections of other stuff. Like I know you got the comic book art stuff. You collect art. You into art? You know any crazy art? You must, because you did graphic design. You have like a taste for art.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have like famous art pieces from really.
You should.
I'm
gonna get you to commission me an NFT, man. You could do some art for me. I need an NFT. Let's do a commission. Me and Dr. That's how I was talking. Commission pieces. That's another piece of another avenue, man. You got artistic touch, and we gotta like hip hop generation gotta start looking. You should have been on it already, man.
Yeah. I know. I my first conversation about NFTs actually happened earlier this year. Because I didn't research about any of it. My first
There's
conversation
a place to
about
go. Rascast was talking about it. Hold on, it's supposed to start January 1st. I'm actually doing this one. This for hip hop people. And I told Tom about it. Let me look at my notes. This is good to put out there because we got to really get up on this because this is really, you don't want to get left behind. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think it's called I Pictorial Wallet. Rascast was talking about it on a podcast. And that's the same time I was talking to you about Rascast. Remember we had that thing after our interview? Yeah, I Pictorial Wallet. It's supposed to be like a hip hop based, small, independent. I was going to tell director Tom about that. Awesome about that actually too. They started January 1st, 2022. So it's 3 days old now. And you can get like, they're doing stuff with like Hyro, like all the undergrads can get coins, all this stuff made. Artwork. Yeah, it's just started. So we got to get on it. But that's a whole other conversation we can do. We got to get you back on again, man. I mean,
yeah,
it's so good. I mean, we got some other future projects. Is anything else come? Oh, before we even go, I know we got something. It was kind of ironic in my interview. I kind of touched on a rapper, one of the best freestyle rappers in the game, one of the best artists in the game from the most legendary Juice crew. And being that we have affiliation on the same label, I know you got something popping off. You got a couple of releases popping. You got the Craig G. I'm gonna throw it out. Craig G. What does Craig G mean to the new metaverse out here?
Yeah, me and Craig G got a full record called Most Amazing that Black Buffalo's putting out pretty early.
What's the date? Because this interview should be out when Director Awesome should be out. He's put the record should be out when you coming on the 15th. This is the 15th to release?
15.
No, 15th is when your record's coming, Denku. Do you know the exact date?
So the first single, single is called Welcome to Terror. That's the first single. There's actually going to be three singles that drop from the album before the actual vinyl and physical album comes out. And the first one that comes out is Welcome to Terror. It drops on the 14th, actually.
Okay, that's it.
And me and Craig G. The album's pretty much just all me and him. There is a feature on there from Sadat X, and there's also a feature on there from my Cypher Dem people, Rambunctious and Urban Legend. But yeah, we actually I've been sitting on it for a minute. That's the thing. I sit on too much shit, man, and I'm trying to not to do that as much. So I'm trying to get shit out there, you know what I'm saying? But obviously in a strategic matter, I don't just want to just throw it out there, whatever. It's, it's done, just put it out there. I want to do it in a strategic matter. And that's why a big shout to Black Buffalo for picking up some of the records that I've pitched to them. Obviously, if things come together in the right format, you know, I know we briefly touched on it about probably pitching our record
Oh,
to
that's why
Black Buffalo.
I already told them. Yeah, if it goes right with everything, that's definitely. I like to keep things in a certain continuity is good, and it's
yeah,
good that people know where they can go to find you. And I think that's the problem in this crazy world. Like, there's too many places to go to do one thing. Like, you should just go one spot, one stop. I like the one stop. You go here, boom, this is what you get. And for music, it's nice like that. People that switch like 20 places, who got time for that? Ain't nobody got time for that.
But yeah, that's I mean that's the thing that I have next. I did
So
drop.
the video
I did.
video for it too. Is there a video for this
No,
one, or is it not? Anything coming?
I don't have any videos for it. I was gonna shoot one, but I don't have any videos for that project in particular. I do, however, I got another solo record coming called "Do You Want Bar?" Is it Do you want? Yeah, Do You Want Bars? And I have 5 videos that are done for that. Like I shot all my videos for that album already, and they're just done, just sitting to wait. And actually, the record I dropped right at the end of the year,
people, I swear, people watching like, God damn. See what I'm saying? Hey, Director Austin. Director Austin. You're being very, I know you was a friend. You see what I would, you get what I'm saying?
I know.
Keep going. This is your time. I don't have to say anything, but this is one of those moments I'm like, a lot of people need to see and hear this because you are like, it's funny because it's two sides to this coin. It's your side of the coin, you got everything done ready. And there's the other side of people that got nothing organized. It's crazy, right? So it's just funny to see your perspective on it because you're like, you're not sitting too long. I don't think you sit too long. It's just there's a time to drop everything. Yeah. But if you don't have it organized and all put together, you can't feel out and have the presence to look at that time. But here's the perfect time to drop it. Like for me, this year's the first year I have. My record projects are all done, and it's a different feeling. I'm working on it. I never had like this is what you've been. And the best thing about it is I can actually get ready for the time in the pockets to drop. And if I have to shift it and move it, it can shift and move, but it's not changing nothing. Everything's done. So that's. But again, you don't want to sit too long. That's what it is, too, right? So.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of the thing. I mean, there's definitely some features I did that I sat too long on to where when the joints came out, you know, the person I did the joint with is like, oh, yeah, I forgot we did this. You know what I'm saying? Because some of those joints I held on to for so long, and I'm like, well, it wasn't the time, it wasn't ready at that time because I had this other thing, and that's the thing. Like I technically have, I mean, if I think about it, I feel like I got like 7 projects that are in the can that are done that I want to strategically put out. It just has to make sense. But yes, like my next solo record, like I said, I got all the videos done for that. I got it mixed and mastered. It's ready to go. I got the artwork pretty much ready to go. I can pretty much just figure out what I want to do with it. And then I have the Craig records ready to go. I got Denku and Cellar Dwellers album. That shit's done. Our record.
I'm waiting for that one, man. Hey, I'm waiting.
Our record's done. I think the only thing that we need, right, is the artwork. We don't have artwork for ours yet, but you know, we can figure that out. And obviously, and the visuals. But we talked about the ideas. So you know, we already have a direction.
We have the
songs
concepts
that we're doing.
This about going out exactly. Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, all that's ready to go. Yeah, I mean, I'm still right now pushing. Obviously, the Craig's coming, but I'm right now still pushing Denku and Urban record, which I actually recently started looking into doing, booking like a little 9-day run in March that I'm hoping we're able to make happen. I know right now things are a little on hiatus, lockdown area shit because of the outbreaks that have been going on in the US because they're ridiculous right now. But I'm hoping by March, and that's the thing. Like there have been people that have reached back to me that are already willing to book those. And You know, I'm not, and I'm not a person to tell anybody what to do, but I'm going to tell you right now, um, if you're trying to be an artist and you're trying to tour going forward, um, I don't think you're going to be able to do it unless you get this vaccine thing that's going on. You will not be able to tour, period. And I'm not even, and you know, I'm not even hating on anybody's personal choice. I'm not
This is
even.
just facts.
It's
Facts are
just what it
facts,
is.
bro.
Like you're not going to be
Facts
able
are
to
facts.
tour going forward unless you.
That's gonna be
Um,
international law, dude. It's gonna be international
it
law.
is.
It's like it
Yep.
is. It is, dude. That's one of those things where like, go ahead, you're gonna beat the man. I was watching this thing on the sea and all the buried treasures. The same thing. You ever seen that, man?
Mm-mm.
I watched that today. You ever seen that Director Awesome? Yo,
No.
you both cancers, water sign. You guys gotta watch some Jacques Cousteau. I'm gonna send you the link about all this thing with the technology on the world. They're talking about how all this sunken treasure. It's the biggest race right now, and they have the robotics. They can go down 5,000 feet now, Mariana Trench now. So they found
Mm.
all these wrecks, all Dorado, like the Spanish gold conquest that was going on. You know how much money is just billions of dollars under our oceans, dude. There's one right now off of Cuba. If you go look at it, the Cuban Prime Minister found it from whatever lot ago, and they gotta get the contract with the company and the maritime law just to get down to get. Yeah, man, you can't be
Mm.
certain things. So they see it, it's there, it's marked, but they can't. There's one big company out of Florida. I can't remember what they were called. They recover. They get contracts with the countries, but they went and they found this big treasure off of Cuba. Oh no, it's a Cuba, Spain. It was worth 600 billion. You know, they
Damn.
brought it back, and because of the maritime law, they had to pack it up and just give it back to them because it was like a warship. It was crazy stuff, man. Interesting, man. But certain laws you can't beat. Like they were a big
Yeah.
company, they had the thing, they found it. Nah, right? And that's what this is. It's like, dude, if you want to be in a business, you got to know the game of the business, man. And you got to travel, and you're gonna have certain things. And that's just locally. If you want to cross the border, come to Canada.
Mm-hmm.
You want to get in a plane and go to Europe where all the real shows are, the festivals.
Yep.
People want to do festivals. Festivals
And
would be crazy too.
every country's going to have different laws on this whole thing, right? So I mean, you're going to have to follow certain rules for
But they're
different
gonna have
countries
a
anyways.
general law just to travel though. That's gonna be
Right.
one like
Right.
right. But the only way they're gonna have the different laws is gonna be when it goes to like when you're in the city in the venues. Like, okay, Toronto versus Oshawa versus then you can have 20% of people in your venue. The other one can have 50%. But for you to travel, for you to get the permits, for you to fly, to
Yeah.
land, the promoter to book you, all this stuff, DJs, everybody, anybody in
Mm-hmm.
this stuff, man. Even playing a gig at a little restaurant now is gonna be a little different. Like you know those guys around New York City, those kind of DJs that changed their world, man. Right?
Yeah.
And bartenders too. They used to hop
Definitely.
around and do like 5 clubs a week and get $200 a week and just live and pay your rent. Right?
Yeah.
Now you
100%. All
got
right. So,
where's your papers?
yeah.
Where's your papers, sir?
So we're gonna actually wrap that up here because I know you got another interview to do later on today anyway. So we don't want to have you on
Yeah.
Zoom for 4 or 5 hours for the night. But thank you very much for coming on the show today. Can you give us out your socials where everybody can find you? Any projects that you're working on that you want people to go check out? I'll also post all of those in the show notes.
Yeah, so I mean the recent record that I'm pushing right now is it's a Denku and Urban album called Artistic Display. It's on all digital streaming platforms. That's the newest thing out right now that I've been pushing. As far as all the socials, it's basically just at Taiyamo Denku at everything. It's the same. For people that don't know how to spell it, it's TAIYAMODENKU, and it's at Tayamu Denku, Instagram, Twitter. You can find the Facebook artist page that way. I'm trying to think if, yeah, I think that those are the main ones.
Mm-hmm.
I
You
would
know,
say the one that I use the most as far as getting a hold of me, I have started to transition over to Instagram more. However, I do post a lot of music, random shit on my Facebook shit, but I definitely have as far as business stuff and posting more about my music shit. That's most of that is gone on the Instagram. So and then Twitter stuff. I have them all linked. So if like I post something to Facebook, I hit the Instagram
Yeah.
thing and it goes to Instagram. Post it on, Instagram. It goes to Twitter. Like it's all linked together. So they all go together.
Yeah. Perfect.
And I also wanted to add, you can find Taiyamo Denku on me and Bofat's project coming out March 18th, like it's 1994. He's on some cuts there. He's on Soon to Be Gone. And I think, you saw a few cuts on there, man. Through the Roof.
Mm-hmm.
And we done so many records together. But yeah, look for that if you want some more material from the God, Taiyamo Denku. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, appreciate you.
Thank you for your contribution to hip hop. Thank you for your love to the game. And thank you for just reaching out, connecting with me way back how we connected. A lot of people don't know we connected just off of it was like a gram and then a phone call. I think you hit me on Messenger on Gram way back, saying you want to do some music. I sent you my number, I believe.
Yep, and we
at one point I said Texas talk, and then we started talking, and look who we are.
Yeah, we chopped it up. For people that don't know, the first joint that me and Thrust actually did was the collaboration me, Thrust, and Socrates.
That's right.
Called Sunshine, just on my my Hip Hop or Death record. That was actually my first release on 100 Mad, the Onyx label, and yeah. So I mean, honestly, if you just type Taiyamo Denku in on Google, all my shit pops up. Ain't nobody else got the MC name. Type it in, all my shit pops up.
And of course, we're going to put that into the show notes as well, so that everybody can go and find it when they look at the show notes.
Splash.
Yeah. It'll be splashed all over our Instagram as well. But thank you very much again for joining us on the show today. As always, you can find the Northern Touch Show on Instagram at the Northern Touch Show, on Twitter at Northern Touch 6, and you can find all of our links at Linktree. That's linktr.ee/the Northern Touch Show. For Thrust OG, I am Director Awesome. This has been another episode of the Northern Touch Show. We'll see you guys later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pod Jerky.